in a minute. Welcome to class. It's good to see you all. For today's class, we're going to need a block, a foam roller, an ankle band, a light one, and then a TheraBand. And I would say light to medium, okay? As always, please make sure that you modify if you have to, but at the very same time, like I always repeat myself, there is a fine line between saying I can do this, and that, and then you limit your range of motion over a longer period of time. The important part also is to know how your body, as you progress, you might also grow with your awareness and your ability to do things. So my suggestion to you always, if there are some things you know absolutely the doctor told you you cannot do this, or your PT, fine. But always tease your body, like hint something and see how your body responds. You might tolerate an awareness, your nerve system adapts to those new places in your body, and that's how you get strong and mobile. So we will get started. On our back, put all your toys aside for now. We'll hydrate the tissue, so find your foam roller right over your cervical spine. So understand hydrating your tissue is a very important thing, especially as we get started. So lift and lengthen your tailbone, lengthen your spine, grab the foam roller with your hands. That will give you just a little more stability. And then press the foam roller, or press your back of your skull and your cervical spine over the foam roller. And there's a difference between just touching the foam roller and then really pressing the foam roller. And then connect your movement also to your spine and to your hips. So it's like a straight line going all the way down, and eventually you might even feel a little pulley in your spine or your hip. Just wiggle your hips on the floor. Just shimmy your hips if you need to. And then again, turn to the right and to the left. Holding the edges of your foam roller will give you a little bit more stability. So breathe in and breathe out. And then notice which side might feel a little bit more pronounced and tender. You may drop your knees to the right and to the left as your nose turns to one side. And try to connect your hips to your cervical spine here. Good. And now turn your nose to the camera. So wherever you are, just rest on that side, facing me. Good. And now just grab your top hand over the foam roller and just turn your nose slightly to the right. Oh, yeah, right and left, or left and right, wherever you are. So now we're massaging the space at the base of your skull behind your ear. That's where your sternocleidomastoid is, and that's an important area that needs to stay hydrated and decompressed, I would say. Breathing, keep the pressure there. Stick your tushy in and out. This is all connected, right and left. Lift your chin up a little bit towards the wall ahead of you, just a little bit. And then we go to the other side. You don't have to see me, you just have to listen. Just turn to the other side. Your top hand is on the foam roller. Press the foam roller with whatever side you are on. And then turn your nose away and in. Away. You're moving slowly. That's how you don't get injured, because you can catch yourself. But you're putting pressure on the foam roller. And turn, press. Now lift your chin up a little bit. You might wiggle your feet a little and then come back and slowly come to a seat. All right, the other section that gets congested, and it's very important because that will affect your cervical spine as well and your chest, is your mid back here, where your lower ribs meet your lumbar. Okay, we call it T12 and L1 junction. So make sure that your head is supported. So you're gonna put it right there, right in the center, below your ribs. Bend your knees and take your hands, interlace your hands behind your head, so your head is supported. And now just open your chest a little. Do not go all the way down to the floor. Yeah, Vicky, maybe go down. Yeah, make sure that you're in a place where you could lift your hips. Okay, you'll feel right in the center there, yes. So open your heart a little and now gaze to the right, elbows open. And when you feel a little pinchy or nervy or tenderness, breathe into it and then come up. And then turn to the left. Breathe into those sensations. Flash it out with your breath, and your pillar of light is like a flashlight, and come back center. Open your heart a little, just a little back bend, but press your head to your hands and then come up. And do it again. Open your heart a little, press that foam, turn your nose to the right, breathe into that little spot, come center and go to the left. Slowly come up. Now lift your hips and just roll over the foam roller. Up and down, up and down. Keep breathing. Maybe you go between your shoulder blades, gaze up, lift your chin a little bit, and slowly walk back, come to your glutes, and move the foam roller out of your way. We could do a whole hour just like that. All right, so we're gonna go into our little bridges. Watch me, because some of you have not, well, one of you has not been for a while. So the little bridges are gonna be lifting your tail, your sacrum, and your low back. It's a very, very small bridge. But listen, here's what happens. We're gonna go into medium, don't go there yet. When we lift, it's very small. Hopefully you can see, but at one point I'm gonna ask you to lengthen your hips towards your calf muscles. And then we're gonna lower the low back only. So there's a lot of traction with pulling that length. And then it'll be your sacrum and your tail. Because oftentimes that section gets compressed and that throws your pelvis off as well. So here we go. Find your block on the medium setting between your knees. And now lift your tailbone, lift your sacrum, lift your low back. Your ribs are on the floor. Press the block, and now lift your hands towards the ceiling. Turn your fingers towards the back wall, and now take your left hand over your right fingers. You're still in that little bridge. And now press and get a little massage here. Breathe. Now visualize how your tissue is sinking all the way to the bones in those glutes. Your low back is quiet. Your ribs are on the floor. And now slowly change your hands. Right over the left fingers. Relax the shoulders down. Breathe. Good. Release your hands. Make little fists and circle your wrist. Don't go in a small motion, but find your big range of motion and go the other way. Okay, now you're starting to feel your glutes marinating. Take your hands to your thighs. Now lift 1 inch only and lower. Your ribs are on the floor. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. Breathe, lift. Lower. Breathe and hold. This is something I would highly recommend to do at home even twice a day. Lift and hold. Now turn your palms towards your block, palms facing each other. Now we're gonna keep the pelvis this height. All we're gonna do is squeeze the blocks in your hands, release a little. Ooh. Squeeze and hold. You dive into your bones and release a little. Squeeze and hold and release. Squeeze and hold and release. Squeeze and hold and release. Squeeze and hold. Good, here you come. Hands to your thighs. Lengthen those hips like someone is pulling your hips towards your knees. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Now lower the low back only and breathe into that traction. Keep breathing. You're stretching out your spine. Now lower your sacrum. Second section. Breathe here and then your tailbone. Very nice. Move the block out of your way. Now drop your knees slightly to the right and left, just the SI joint where your sacrum meets your pelvis, the iliac. So just it's very little. Imagine where your block was, okay? If you go straight towards your lower belly and towards your low back, that's where those areas are. So press it down, even those sections. Beautiful. Now, take a block under your right foot. Align your feet together. Bent knees. You already know where your sacrum is. Now press your right foot so much that you can feel your glutes active. And now lift your hips. 3 sections, tailbone, sacrum, low back. Stay here. Shine a light on the right glute. You're all the way down to your bone. If you feel a cramp, stretch your leg out and come back again. And now maybe you close your eyes, shine a light through the right side of your body, and now lift your left leg up to 90 degrees. Keep breathing. You're standing on your right glute leg. Breathe here. Squeeze those inner thighs. Your glutes are active. 4, 3. Now listen. 2, 1. Lift your palms towards the ceiling and your arms are strong and solid. You're using your right glute. Your low back is happy. Good. Lower your hands. Lower your hips. 1, 2, 3. And lower your left leg. Good. Inhale. Fire up the right glute. Press, press, press. Breathe here. Lift your left leg off the floor. Your hips are still down. Breathe. Exhale. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Keep breathing. Now lift your arms. Notice when the dynamic is different, it changes it up a little bit. Keep breathing here. Your core is active. Draw the arms into the socket and spread your toes. Now, can you really press that right glute? Press your right foot. You might lift your hips just a little more. Breathe here for 3, 2, 1. Lower down. 1, 2, and 3. Lower your legs, your hand, and stretch out your right leg. Good. Inhale, stay here. Take your hands behind your head. We're gonna do a little dress rehearsal here. Elbows in. And now gaze up to the ceiling so you have a little apple between your chin and your chest. And now with your next breath, lift your head about 3 inches. Now press your head to your hands. Feel that stability. Again, if you have cervical or shoulder problems, this is a wonderful way to strengthen the whole region, all the way down to your mid-back. Lift your chin. Breathe in for 3, 2, 1. Lower down and rest. So remember, your head is pressing your hands, not the other way around. Here we are. Press, inhale. Exhale, lift your shoulders now. Lift your chin, press your head to your hands. Lift your left leg to 90 degrees. Your chin would want to come down, keep lifting it up, head pressing your hands, lift your right leg. Oh, quad muscles are active. Now don't keep it so low where your low back is arching. Lift your right leg a little more, lift your chest a little more, and lift your chin for 3, 2, now listen, 1. Release only your right hand and quarter turn to the left. Depress the right shoulder, lift your chin up. Squeeze those obliques for 3, 2, lift a little higher, gaze up. Slowly come back center and bend both legs. Good. Take the block to the left side. Notice your left foot. Hands alongside your body. Press and ignite the left glute. If you feel a little cramp coming, stretch your leg and come back again. Inhale, press, 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 shine a light to the whole left side. Lift your hips off the floor with the left glute. Do not lift too high so your low back takes over. If you feel your low back, lower your ribs a little more and engage your glutes a little more. Now press the outer blade of your left foot, your pinky toe and the outer heel. Now lift your right leg up. Keep breathing. If this is more than enough, because we all have a weird side, stay here. If you feel you're not compromised, lift your palms to the ceiling. Keep standing on your left leg. And visualize the whole left side of your body is evenly colored. That means you have the same engagement. And if you feel like you're not activating any part of that side, activate it for 3, 2, and 1. Drop your hands, lower 1, 2, 3, and lower your leg. Yeah, so if you need like to release the left leg a little, sometimes you might get a little crampy. Yeah, here we go. Inhale. Fire up the left. Breathe. Lift your right leg up. The hips are down. Fire up. Now close your eyes and visualize the color on the left side of your body. Lift up. 1, 2, 3. Keep breathing, standing strong on the left leg. Spread your toes, lift your arms if that's available for you. Plug the arms in, and now stand strong on the left leg. Maybe you lift your glutes a little more, as long as your low back is happy. Now look at your legs. They should be aligned with your knees and your hips. For 3. Breathe. 2 and 1. Lower your hands. Lower your leg, lower down. 1, 2, and 3. Good job. Extend your left leg out. Interlace your hands behind your head. You already know, elbows in, your chin is up, sacrum down on the floor. And now on the next exhale, lift your right leg up, spread your toes, and now lift your shoulders, gaze up to the ceiling, and now press your head to your hands. That should feel really good on your neck and your upper back. Keep gazing up. Breathe here, lift your left leg. Lift it enough where your sacrum is grounded on the floor. And now notice how you're pressing your hands to your head. Change that. Lift your chin a little more. Press your sacrum like you're stamping it down. And now with your next breath, quarter turn to the right. Extend your left hand outside only. Lift your chin up. Keep rising up a little more. Use those oblique muscles for 3. Breathe 2. Breathe 1. Slowly come back center. Lower everything down. Relax your arms. Rock and roll with your hips a little. Flush it out, flush it out. Okay, so we're gonna do one more little engagement for the cervical spine / mid and upper back. So the same thing we did, except we're gonna use the TheraBand in half. Okay, just watch me for a moment, I'm gonna show you. We will be, instead of your hands, you're gonna use the band. So it's gonna look like this. My band is short, right? I'm gonna take it right to the back of my skull, right in the center there. Same thing here. I'm gonna lift my shoulders, and I'm gonna press my head towards the floor. 3, lift your chin up. 2, 1, lower down and rest. And again, you're gonna maybe need to make your band a little shorter if you need to. Lift up, elbows in, and now I'm gonna lift my chin and press my head. My hands don't move. Once I establish that, press my head to the band. Okay, just 2 times, just like that. So here we go. All the way on the floor, all the way on the floor. Sacrum down, bend your knees a little more. Yes. Now, you're not on your base of your skull, you're right in the center of your skull. Elbows in. Now lift up, 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 and then resist your head to your band and lift your chin. Breathe and feel that cervical spine working in your mid upper back for 3, 2, 1, lower down and rest. If you felt that was too easy, make your band a little shorter. One more time. Here we go. Inhale, lift your elbows in, elbows in, elbows in. In. And now lift your head, lift your chin, and now resist your head to the band. For 3, 2, 1, slowly release and lower down. Very nice. All right, so now you're gonna take your little hip engagement, band over your ankles, the ankle band. And now your left leg is gonna rest on the block. We're gonna step all the way back. Straight legs, right leg will be on the floor. Your left leg is micro bend. You're gonna bend that left knee a little. Sacrum down to the floor. Especially if you're one of those that hyperextend, if that's too difficult to keep your knee bent like that, take the arch of your left foot to the edge of the block, okay? I'm showing you what that could be. Otherwise, your leg is extended, but it's micro bent here. See? That's a lot of work for someone that hyperextend. So maybe try the 2. The focus is on the right thigh. We're gonna activate those hip flexors. So inhale, right leg. Exhale, lift your right leg up, up, up. Look at your leg, make sure it's in a straight line. Now go beyond your comfort zone. Go beyond your comfort zone. Keep your sacrum on the floor. Maybe your left leg now extends on the block, but there is a bend in it. And now you're shining a light through that right leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your right leg down and take a little rest. This is really important to activate the hip flexors for pelvic health. Inhale, micro bend in your left leg. Sacrum grounded on the floor, front lower ribs are down. Spread your toes, lift your right leg in a straight line. Go beyond your comfort zone as far up as you can. There's a bright light on your right quad muscles. Even if you feel tension in the crease, that's how you make it stronger and release. For 3, breathe 3 and 2, oh, lower down, take a little rest. Exhale it out, let it go. Okay, one more. Inhale, micro bend in your left knee. Stretch out your right leg. Shine a light through the right quad muscle, sacrum down, lift your right leg in a straight line, further than you think you can. And then that little extra, shine brighter light and then have those muscles. 5, keep breathing. 4, you're all the way to your bone. 3 and 2, oh, release it. Bend your knees, drop your knees right and left, right and left. Good. Take it over to the other side. Micro bend in your right leg, extend your left leg. Sacrum grounded, front lower ribs are down. Inhale. Exhale, find your little train tracks. You're in a straight line, lift. And notice how each side is so different. Breathe into the different. Now lift a little higher and then hug your muscles. Good, 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 Nancy, for 3. Breathe. 2 and 1. Lower down, take a little rest. Inhale. Micro bend in your right knee, sacrum is grounded. Shine a light through the left quad muscles, lift your left leg up. Oh, keep breathing. Honor what you feel. Lift a little higher and hug your muscles. Shine a bright light on the left thigh for 3 and 2, 1. Lower down and rest. Ooh, that might make you feel nauseous, but it's really good work. Flash it out, flash it out. We have one more. Don't be afraid to go beyond your comfort zone. Remember, it's only temporary. Here we are, last one. Micro bend in your right knee. Sacrum grounded. Shine a light through the left. Lift your left leg up. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down and rest. Bend your knees, drop your hips side to side. And then come all the way up to the side of your body. You can take a block for a pillow. Doesn't matter what side. Look at your heels, align your heels with your sit bones. Press your bottom hip down to the floor, your top fingertips in front of you. Lift your chest up. So now you have your neutral spine, your chin is coming up a little. It's the same thing we did on the floor, we just on the side. And now lift your top leg. Use your glutes here, use your outer glutes, pelvic floor in and up. Now, can you visualize that engagement going all the way down to your bones like we did all class today? And now lift your bottom leg 1 inch. Ooh, yeah, pull that band, stay there and stay steady. Keep breathing, maybe your hand comes up. Breathe here. Stack your hips together for 4, 3. Visualize your bones are reaching to the skin. That's how deep your engagement is, but you're not moving anywhere. It's isometric. 2, 1, lower down and rest. Take your bottom leg forward and your top leg backwards. Lift your chest up, your glutes are active. Lengthen your tailbone, inhale. Exhale, lift your legs off the floor. Now scissor your legs, scissor your legs. Ooh, breathe, bottom leg comes up, top leg comes down. Lift your chest, lift your chin. Keep breathing, lift your bottom leg up. Use your strength for 4. Breathe. 3, 2, lift your chest, your ribs off your low back. Come down and take a little rest. And now change it. top leg forward, bottom leg backwards. And always allow yourself to feel uncomfortable. Through the discomfort, you get stronger. Breathe in, lift your chest up first. Squeeze your inner thighs like you have a block. Lift your chin, lift your legs, pull apart, and now the opposite. Back leg lifts up, top leg comes down. But don't open your chest. Lift, lift, lift. Keep breathing. What do you feel? Spread your toes. Core active, glutes active. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release it. Ooh, come up. Stay here before we go to the other side. We're gonna do a little mishmash here. So the pecs, this region gets congested, and that's gonna affect your cervical spine and your shoulder as well. Why? Because all of that is a part of your shoulder joint. Okay, so we're gonna do a little combination. Find your TheraBand in half. We're gonna take the foam roller over the side you were working on, right over your pec, and then grab the band with both hands, okay? Now, one time we're gonna get a little massage. So you're gonna bring your chest towards the foam and breathe. And the next time, come up, pull and bend your the top elbow like a bow. Pull it apart. Pull it apart. Open your heart. Use your strength. Breathe. And I come back, press that foam roller. You're pressing it. Come down, get yourself a little massage on the chest. If you need to adjust your foam roller to go up or down a little, do so. Move your breast out of your way and include your spine here. This is good work. And as slowly as you press the foam, open your chest and then pull. Pull, lift your chest up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back in. Give yourself a massage. Press the foam roller. Breathe. Breathe into your low back. Slowly come up. Press the foam roller, a lot of pressure. Come up, open your chest, and now pull the band. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back. Give yourself a little massage. Now go forward and back. You can take your top hand to your head to give you support. And then just go up, for right and left, or left and right. Try to include your whole body here. You're moving your spine, your ribs are getting a nice stretch, even travel all the way to your low back. Slowly come upright. A couple of shoulder rolls. We'll go to the other side. We'll do the whole routine. So move your foam roller and band for now. You have your block for a pillow. Stack your hips together. Lift your chin up. Your glutes are active. Bring your glutes forward. Press your bottom hip to the floor. That's going to help you to keep your spine in neutral. And now lift your top leg. Press your bottom hip, the hip bone down. Your bottom leg is still on the floor. Lift your chin. Front lower ribs are down. And now visualize your femur bone is reaching your skin, but you're not going anywhere. Let it marinate in there. Feel it. Your ribs are elevated away from your low back. And now lift your bottom leg just 1 inch or so. Keep stacking your hips together. Don't let your top hip go backwards. Breathe here. Maybe your hand comes up. Lift your chin. Breathe and visualize your femur bone is reaching your skin. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Take a little rest. Ooh. All right. Bottom leg goes forward. Top leg goes backwards. Inhale. Keep your spine. Lift your legs off the floor. Pull them apart. Now bottom leg comes up. Top leg goes back and down. Keep breathing. Squeeze and hug your muscles to your bones. Lift your chest up, away from your low back. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And shine a bright light. Where do you feel this? 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Come back. Take a little rest. Inhale. Shoulders away from your ears. Take your top leg forward, your bottom leg backwards. Lift your rib cage up. Lift your legs up. Inhale. Pull them apart. Top leg down, bottom leg up. Keep breathing. Lengthen your tailbone. Lift your ribs. Your glutes are doing the work, not your low back. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3. Lift a little higher. Push a little lower. Okay. Lower down and rest. Ooh, come up to a seat. All those little hiding spots. I'm sweating. Okay. Find your band in half. Find your little foam roller. And now look at me. You're going to be right on that little region here, the pecs. Okay? Move your breast out of your way. Your top arm is over. Maybe even your foam roller is a little diagonal. Okay? Find your band. For now, just give yourself a little massage. Press it down and see if you need to go a little lower or higher. Adjust it. It's right above your breast. Breathe. Travel right and left. You can even go towards the outer scapula. And the key is to use the pressure. It's not so much your muscles, but it's pressure. Visualize your bones are sinking into the foam roller. Okay, here we are. Inhale. And now open your chest a little. Your chest is still facing forward, by the way. Your chest is not opening with your arm. It's your shoulder blade doing the work. Now bend your elbow. Pull, 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 pull. Front lower ribs doing a little crunch. 4. Breathe, hollow your belly. 2, 1. Slowly come back. Give yourself a little massage. Breathe. Inhale. Shoulders back and down. Lift your chest, lift your heart. Pull your elbow back. Bring your top chest forward in opposition. That's going to make your low back happier. Keep breathing. Pull. Front lower ribs doing a little crunch. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back. Give yourself a little massage. Last one, inhale. Lift your chest. Lift your arm. Pull it back, but bring your top chest forward. Hollow your belly. Lift your ribs up. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Release the band. Give yourself a little massage here. Go all the way towards the outer shoulder. Okay, now take your bottom hand to the above your ear, and now gaze forward. Your chin is up, and now you're resisting your head to your hand. Your elbow is off the floor if you can. And push. You're strengthening the sides here. Lift your chin, press your head. Head to your hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now relax. Take your top hand to your top ear, right above your ear. Free your fingers. Lift your bottom elbow. Release your bottom hand if you can. Now resist your top to your hand. Breathe. Lift your chin. Gaze forward. Feel that strength. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. This is really good work. Come back. We'll go to the other side. Do the same thing here. And if you need a little massage, like I said, always learn how to rinse it off if you have to. So you here, make a pillow with your elbow for now on the floor, by the heel of your hand is above your ear. Shoulders away from your ears, your frontal ribs are down. From here, lift your elbow off the floor if you can. Now lift your chin, gaze forward, now press your head to your hand. Crown of the head is going up. Keep breathing. Don't look up, look forward. Lift your elbow off the floor if you can. Close your eyes and feel your head pressing your hand. What's working? 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. Take your top hand above your ear. Breathe here. Lift your bottom elbow. Release your bottom hand in front of you. Chin is lifted. Release your bottom hand, Nancy. Release your bottom hand forward like that. Now press your head to your top hand. Lift your chin, lift your chin. You should feel really good strength. You should gaze forward, not up. Lift your chin. Breathe. Let your head be parallel if you can, aligned with your shoulders and your spine for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Give yourself a quick massage here on your neck. Side to side. Get rid of your other band from your ankles. Good. And then go to the back of your skull. Okay, right above your cervical spine. Grab the foam roller to find stability. Those are areas that we usually neglect. So the back line goes all the way from the soles of your feet to your eyebrows, between your eyebrows, your third eye. So breathing here. Wiggle your hips right and left. And now slowly come up. All right, so here, if you need a block to sit comfortably, a mat rather, or a chair for that matter, okay? I'm gonna sit on the block or the foam roller with your knees down in easy pose. If that's not easy for you, sit on a chair. Okay, so you elevate here, open your band. I'll do the left side so you can just see me. Knees are down. One part of your band is on the left. Now bend your body, your right elbow. Lift your chest up, and now just straighten the right, but ground the right hip. All right. Now bend your elbow behind you, not in front of you. And maybe you have to make it a little shorter. And then lift up. We're only focusing on the right. Draw the arm into the socket. And your front lower ribs are doing a little crunch. You're not flaring your ribs. Bend the elbow behind you. Yeah, Alyssa, lift up your elbow. Up, up. You see how high it is? Yeah, lift your chest, lift your chest. And now pull. And breathe into the awkward. For me, this is awkward because I have a wonky right shoulder. I'm working on that. And I slowly bend. Front lower ribs doing a little crunch. And lift and hold. Notice what feels different. Breathe into those ribs. Bend. And lift. One more. Bend. Lift your chin. And lift. Now gaze to the left. Drop your right hand towards your knee, not too low. And now lift with your spine, come up. Towards your knee, breathe here, core strong, reach. Lift up. So Diane, go towards your left knee, across. All the way towards your left knee with your right hand, lift your chest. And then lift it up. The band is behind you. And one last time, forward. Now lift your left hand and come forward. Good. Draw the shoulders back and down. Inhale. Right arm, stabilize your left hand. Just pull your right arm to a T. Turn your thumb up and back. Come back in and come back home. Shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, right hand only. T position. Turn your thumb to the back wall. Get inside of your shoulder joint and you're flossing your shoulder joint here. All the little fuzz inside of that joint, you're releasing it. Come back in, down and down. Okay, one more. Inhale. Woo! Open your right arm. I just release my collarbone. It's all connected. Turn your thumb back, back, back. Plug the arm in for 3. Breathe 2. 1. Come back down. Release it. Oh, release your hands. Stretch your legs out. Remember what leg is in front. Okay, if you needed a chair, go do that. Slowly change your legs. Here we are. Okay, right hand down behind you. Lift your chest up. Grab your band in front of you. You're here for now. And now lift it up. Lift your elbow, lift your elbow, lift your ribs. Lift your ribs, but ground your left hip down. Feel the massage you're giving yourself on the lateral left side. Lift your chest, your mid-back lifted up. Now from there, lift your elbow, straighten your elbow. Keep breathing. Bring your right shoulder forward a little. Now bend the elbow. Inhale, long spine. Like you have a rod elevating your spine. Pull. Keep breathing. Draw the shoulder into the socket and now bend. Lift your chest. Lift. Breathe. Ground your left sit bone. Bend your elbow. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Good. Ground the hip down. Now, look at your right knee. Drop your hand to your right knee. Depress the shoulder. Draw that shoulder back. Lift your chest up. Up, up, up. And now lift it up. Inhale, hollow your belly. Take it to the right. Breathe, notice what you feel. Notice the engagement in your body. Lift it up. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Draw the left shoulder back, lift your chest, and now lift your right hand, come all the way forward. Last set, inhale. Keep your right hand grounded. Pull to a T position with your left. Lift your chest. Make sure you're not compensating. Better to give yourself more band, but look at your left hand, it should be aligned with your shoulder. Now turn your thumb backwards, external rotation. Flossing that shoulder joint, breathe. Slowly come back in and in. This is exhausting after all the work we did. Almost there, inhale, shoulders back and down. Exhale, your light is there to assist you, open to the left. Ooh, turn your thumb. Keep breathing. Front lower ribs down. 3, 2, 1. Thumb forward and forward. Yeah, breathe through the discomfort. That's how you get stronger. Last one, inhale, shoulders down. How do you keep your mind calm? And now you go through the mud. Go for it slow, slow. The slower, the deeper, the better work. Turn your thumb up. You're in your shoulder joint. Close your eyes and visualize aromatherapy, massaging, releasing all those cobwebs for 3, 2, 1. Thumb forward, lower. Hallelujah. Shoulder rolls. Get rid of all those nasty toys. Ooh, good work, everyone. All right. So now let's massage. If you need extra support for your neck, okay, then put it just in case. But now we're gonna go and massage the little serratus region. So take your left side of the body. Now notice how I'm scooting my hips way away from the foam roller. So I wanna get that traction also in the lateral, okay? And now you could take your hands behind your head, okay? And then you're gonna go forward and back. And then look, you can open your chest all the way, get across the back body. The key is to keep the pressure. Slowly come forward. Keep breathing. And back. And Diane, there you're good. Yes, this is a good, stable area. There's a lot of support here. We're not gonna get hurt. Breathe. Slowly come forward. Keep breathing. And then you might just stay in one place, like one little spot. You might go 1 inch forward and back because you found a pressure point that needs attention. And then try to release it and flush it down. Good. Release that. We're staying on the left side, and I take the easiest way actually is to make a pillow with your head first. So find something and then take that foam roller all the way to the side, all the way in front of you, and your left outer glute or outer hip is on it, and now take your top leg, bend it on top. All right, now you can roll forward and back. Yeah, you're gonna find some places it's like, oh my gosh. So if you feel that particular area, stay there and try to sink into it. Now remember, your muscles are noodly. It's your bone pressing. There's a lot of pressure on your foam roller. And I think that all of you have the soft roller. I don't know about Alyssa, but all your other ones do. So this is why this particular foam roller is amazing, because it also hydrates your tissue beyond just breaking into the connective tissue. That's very important to stay, well, it helps with the stiffness, right? When you feel very stiff, most likely your tissue is very dehydrated. And water alone is not like what that type of hydration is. Of course, water is important, but this is different. This is synovial fluid. And then breathe, and you're breaking into those little cobwebs. You might go to the edge, right towards the front of your thigh, and then towards the back. The slower you move, the deeper it is. Relax your shoulders. Visualize your femur bone is sinking all the way to the inside of your foam roller. And then some of you can even move your top leg a little forward more, and then scoot your bottom shoulder back so you can come to the top of your thigh a little. And then you can bend and straighten, get a little bit of those quad muscles. We worked them today, so that will help as well. You can bend your knee and tick-tock your ankle right and left. Your glutes are active slightly. Nothing in your low back. You should not feel anything in your low back. This is really good, important work. Try to visualize your femur bone is pressing into the foam roller. And maybe some of you right on top of your thigh. That's really good work to release the low back. And you can shimmy right and left, right and left. Ooh. Try to learn how to wiggle your body to release, like almost visualize you trying to free your bones, not your muscles, but your bones. How can you allow your bones to feel over time like they're floating within your skin? Sometimes you have to wiggle your glutes a little. It's a very fine art to learn how to navigate. So sometimes the visual of a little fish with headlights swimming between those layers. Sometimes you spray aromatherapy oil. Sometimes you wiggle your little tail. Good. And of course, this is just a sample because you should be here 10, 15 minutes. This is the work. Come up, we'll go to the other side. So you write on that serratus under your armpit. Just put the foam roller there. Now scoot your hips until you feel a little pull within your rib cage. So you're getting that little traction first. Now make a pillow with your hands, interlace your hands. And now you can go slow. Forward. Go slow to test the water. And then backwards. Breathe. forward. So my right side is the little, like I said, wonky. So I'm not going like carelessly. I'm testing the water carefully. Even though I know I need to be here, eventually I will go, I will know that I'll open more gates to go to a different place in this region. But that's how people get hurt. When you just go and you don't really pay attention how much force you put in where you are, you may move too fast and then it's too late. So you test the water slowly. I know I need to open into this. But I'm allowing my nervous system to feel safe that I'm doing this. There's a very bright little flashlight that is guiding you. And when you feel an area like, oh, I need to be here, stay. And you might go just an inch forward and back. Your breath is your medicine. So make sure you're breathing into wherever you feel. Like look at your breath like antibiotics, natural antibiotics. And when you feel discomfort, it doesn't mean you run away from it. It means your body needs it. You just have to be safe and patient. Awesome. Slowly release it. Find your block first for your head. Rest on your right side, and now we're going to put a little foam roller mainly in front of you. So just the right thigh goes over the block, and now you're going to flip over. Ooh. Glutes a little active. And then you're going to go forward and back. And yeah, when you roll forward, there's a little ridge. Okay, the vastus lateralis, it doesn't feel good, but it's important to stretch it out. And now remember, try to deflate the air out of your muscles, and your femur bone is sinking all the way to your foam. Sometimes you have to just stay there to allow that tissue, especially if you don't do this work often. It's going to take a little longer for your tissue to hydrate enough to start to move. So you just stay here patiently, but use your breath. And notice if your muscles are overworking, let them relax, but use the pressure on the foam. And remember, once in a while, you see I'm sticking my tushy in and out. That helps me to release the low back region, any pull tissue. And your pelvis, your rib cage, and your head are connected. Okay, so if one is off, it's going to throw everything else off. If your rib cage is locked, it's going to throw your head, your neck, and your pelvis. So that's why we do all this work and we connect them together. Oftentimes you can have low back issues and you focus just on this region, but really it's locked up in the top. So it's important, that's why we always change it up. It's important to have the curiosity of notice what you feel when you're doing certain things. Where is it going? And then some of you can scoot your right shoulder back a little, lift your hip and scoot your right hip further back to come further towards the top of your thigh. Oh, glutes are active, a little, nothing in your low back, and then you can rock and roll over that thigh. Ooh, I feel that. And then you might bend and straighten your right leg, slowly, slow. The slower you go, the deeper and the more sense you will get. And then for some of you that have low back issues, notice if your right quad muscles is tighter than the left one was. This is all good information for you, okay? Oftentimes, if you have issues on the left side, it's most likely coming from compensation, and the right side needs the attention. It's not black and white. That's why we always scan the body to feel and acknowledge and learn. And then maybe press the foam roller and wiggle your tushy in and out. And for me personally, I'm catching myself holding my breath because my right quad muscles are really like, I can feel it way more. So if you were doing this on your own, you would spend a little more time, or you would do both sides and then go back to the side that you felt more. Like the next time. So the next time I would start on my right side because I feel it more. Then I'll go to my left side and come back to my right side. Now here is what I'm telling you, that tough love. If you feel sensations, it's not going to go away on its own. You have to put the work, you have to put the time to fix it, because otherwise injuries, and then it takes way longer, just to even reset yourself. So preventative is the key. All right, slowly release it. Come to a seat. And now take your foam roller. We're just going to reset the spine. You're going to put the foam roller under your spine. The back of your skull is on the foam. Lift and lengthen your tailbone. Your spine, we elongated everything. So lift your glutes and lengthen your hips like we did in the bridges. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Feel the space. Now lower your sacrum down, back of your skull and your shoulders on the floor. That's your triple S, what we call triple S, meaning the back of your skull is touching your shoulder blades and your sacrum. When those are touching, you are in neutral spine. And I massage to the right and to the left. Keep on getting deeper into your tissue. Sway right and sway left. And again, notice which side gives you a little bit more feedback. Lift and lengthen your tailbone. You created a little more space. So now you traction more of that spine. And now bring your palms over your heart. Maybe open your feet a little wider. Interlace your fingers and flip your fingers towards the ceiling. And now take it up and over your head. Bend your elbows. Bend your elbows. Kiss the crown of your head with your hands. And then stretch out your arms over your head. Breathe into those ribs and bend your elbows. Give yourself a kiss at the crown of your head. And extend. Open your arms. A few shoulder rolls. And now roll over the foam roller. And here's your dessert. See how your spine feels. Ah. Breathe. Take a moment to enjoy and remind yourself, put this sensation in your little toolbox. Through the work that we did, stability, mobility, myofascial release, mindfulness, breathing, you bring yourself to this place right here. Notice the freedom of your breath. Hopefully you can feel a little more ease. And then roll over to the side and come up to a seat. Relax your palms on your thighs. And it's not a cliche, because when we're able to sit here and do the beautiful work with all the little aches that you have, we all have something. But in the bigger picture, how lucky we are to be able to get together and do this beautiful work that is positive and healing and for longevity. This is really, really, so when you're able to be here and do this work, gratefulness with a cup of gin. We bring our hands together. We take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. See you. See you next week. Bye-bye.